and take that power away from those people that use it to puppet us, to control us, to work their agendas.
Yes. Hello, friends. This is Greg Neal from the Gold Door Store. My wife, Melody Neal, from the Gold Door Store.
It's May 11th.
It is.
And welcome.
May 11th, 2026. And wow, things they're pretty hot today. It is Monday. And
May 11th.
We love to see what's going on Monday when we've got almost a $5.50 increase on silver. We're up to almost $86, $85.88 right now on silver right now. That is exciting.
9:40 in the morning.
It is 9:40 in the morning, and this is the week that Jerome Powell's going to finally be removed as Federal Reserve Chairman. And Mr. Walsh is going to be input, and I have a feeling that a lot of this excitement about the numbers has to do with that.
The changing of the guard.
And also
a new agenda, hopefully a new agenda.
Yeah, we need some reduction in interest rates, and so we're excited to see that. Gold is up about $15 to $4,730.50, and so both doing quite well. We're probably, if this continues on, we could see $5,000 silver or gold again in no time.
Continue on. We expect gold
we
and
do
silver to continue to rise and fall, but can trend up and up and up until the end of the year. So it isn't too late to buy a ticket and get on the train.
So today it's just really all about discussing what is really going on in our world today. You know, it seems to be affecting every aspect of our lives right now. This, the situation in Iran, with the blockades going on right now, it seems to be at least getting the Iranian government members, mostly military people, to finally start to back down and realize that there's no way out of this other than agreeing and starting to keep their word regarding how things are going to be going on. Because literally you and I and all the rest of us in this world right now are being affected by this, whether we want to believe it or not. In all ways, when you're talking about transporting fuel, the fuel is what gets all of the products to us. To Walmart, to Costco, to every single store so we're all affected by this. The price of gold and silver, the price of fuels right now is at a level that is not going to be sustainable for a long period of time.
And it's so frustrating because we know that there's been patents and technology 100 years ago that got us off of oil.
Yeah.
That, they ran on water, they ran on electricity or whatever.
All those.
Ford did a hemp car.
Oh, God, yeah. Everything under the sun. Toyota was building all kinds of hydrogen fueled engine. And then all of a sudden you hear about it, and then you don't hear about it anymore.
They bury it.
Yeah, it just goes away. And Toyota alone has built engines that can run on all these various different fuel systems. It's almost like here we are still talking about internal combustion engines at some level, even electric engines. But what are they powering? They're powering vehicles that have wheels and tires that are still on our streets. It's kind of funny to me.
They made tires that were had the type of technology that would last forever.
Mm-hmm.
We'd never have to buy another tire.
Right. But I'm saying we should be beyond all of this on tires and wheels.
We have been. It's just that we're not allowed to have access to the technology and to use it because there's no money in it. There's no money in a tire that lasts forever.
If you can't sell fuel products.
Or a hovercraft that doesn't require tires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, God.
The Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, put us down, as far as they could for as long as they can. to control. I mean, really, isn't that what it really comes down to?
All right. So what are you going to do about it?
Well, see, my whole concept in this, again, is to get as much of this precious metal into the hands of the people as possible.
How is that going to change anything?
It only changes things in the mind. That's all that matters.
Okay.
See, the more people that realize, and we start to so how long has silver been money?
Well, some of our viewers say it isn't money because you can't go and buy a loaf of bread with it.
Again, how long has silver been money?
How is it money?
Well, you want to get really into this? I mean, what did they use to buy the Christ?
Yeah, exactly.
If that isn't money, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
I mean, and that may sound shocking to many of you, but think about that. Silver is money, and it's always been money. And the reason that those comments come out, and I appreciate Melody for saying these kinds of things, because we get comments all the time about, well, I can't take it down to Smith's right now and buy a gallon of milk. Well, maybe that can change.
Well, you know? What's really interesting, too, is when you're creative and you start to negotiate what you want, it doesn't even require money. It requires a barter system. It requires ingenuity. You know what? I would really like that car that you have. I don't have the funds, but I could build, that mother-in-law. You get the materials and I'll provide the labor.
Right.
Or whatever. That's considered a valuable way of transacting that doesn't require money. It's got to come to the point where we don't even rely, that we get away from having to use money and take that power away from those people that use it to puppet us, to control us, to work their agendas, their private agendas behind the scenes.
Yeah, I've had everything from professionals, doctors, lawyers, CPAs, also folks in the construction industry from all arenas in construction. If I have a project, many, many, many hundreds through the years have been willing to accept precious metal, silver or gold in the trade, in the trade.
Dollars.
Yeah, because if you really think about it, I mean, the precious metal is an appreciating asset. You've got a dollar that's been decreasing in value for over 100 years. Every single year for over 100 years. It's pushed down to maybe 3 cents of buying power. It's less than that now. $1 less than, no wonder. I mean, it's taking more of these dollars.
What is a silver quarter worth today?
About $15.
So a 25-cent piece.
Yeah, 1 quarter.
Could buy you how much?
$15 worth of fuel?
$15 worth of
fuel or whatever.
Food. So that's your inflation.
Well, back in the day,
that's your inflation.
It is, because in the 20s you could buy a gallon of fuel for 19 cents or less.
Yeah.
I mean, what's happened? Well, the dollar's value has been absolutely demolished.
Yeah.
Been crushed. And so this buying power of your precious metal continues to go up, and yet the dollar's value continues to go down. Why is it that gold is at $5,000 today?
So the power that the people have is their creative abilities to think outside the box and to get out from under a system that's being controlled.
Absolutely.
And one of the greatest ways to do that is to acquire precious metals.
Absolutely. There is not a single individual that we have assisted in acquiring these metals, particularly this year, who is calling Greg up or Melody and saying, "Hey, damn it, I'm so pissed off. My metals were so much more than it was last year." Said nobody ever. I mean, this is the stupidest thing ever. If you don't take a look at this and realize... Now, I had a comment from somebody recently that said, well, if they can't afford groceries and stuff, how in the hell are they going to buy an ounce of silver? Well,
That's a good point.
and it's also a great belief system, because anything that you find that. So listen, if you're in a situation where you don't have even enough money to buy groceries, that's a very serious situation. It's not expected by anyone, including that individual, to go out and buy precious metals if they can't even afford food. You're putting
Their energies need to be in what can I do to create in my life so that I have enough food? What can I do to serve humanity and get what I want? Because guess what? The universe is there for you.
Yeah.
You do not have to be in that situation. Obviously, there's exceptions to the rule. But for the most of us, we can go and we can wash windows. We can mow lawns. We can look for opportunities to create what we need in this life.
Yeah, I mean, there are a myriad of different circumstances out there that we can't even comprehend or even bring to pass in this small little time frame that we have to do what we're doing right now. But, our hearts are out there with you. We just happen to be in the precious metals industry, so we discuss it all the time. The reason we discuss it so passionately is because those that can and are able to do this, and maybe in fact, obviously, if you're in a situation you're living on the streets, an ounce of silver is probably not going to do you a whole lot of good unless you can trade it, or first of all, if it's already gone, how are you going to get it? It's not the first.
You're not our
It's
client.
not. It's not a priority for you.
No.
What we're generally
talking about people that are looking to have maybe some discretionary income.
Yes.
And it's sitting in a savings account.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's just sitting there. You might as well have it sitting in silver.
It's just like
sitting there.
People that work at banks, they're talking about, people that have funds, moving them into CDs and things like that, of that nature. We're talking to a particular group that's out there that has discretionary funds that they can actually put into precious metal as a better or an alternative to banks and things of that nature.
It's an insurance policy against inflation. It's just your emergency fund.
Right.
Exactly.
And I can't tell you, Melody and I can literally testify to the hundreds, thousands of individuals through all these years that we've been involved in this industry, where individuals have come to us with emergency situations and not, where they actually needed to acquire something, and it could be a medical circumstance or something of that nature, and they're turning in their precious metal, for the rates at that moment to take care of a bill.
Sometimes it's an opportunity for another type of investment, but there's a time frame.
We've seen that too.
And they couldn't get it out of their investments because it was going to take 30 days to go through the process. This was something that they could do quick, and they were able to capitalize on that investment, and then they flipped it, and then they came back and replaced it.
I can't tell you how many individuals that we've assisted, families for that matter, in buying homes. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
or
just
water
you wouldn't.
rights. They bought
water rights,
with
land, property, lumber for a process. All the electrical conduit, the wire for a project, maybe a condenser for this particular job. They need extra funds for whatever. I've got contractors that come to see me all the time to take care of whatever they're purchasing, and sometimes it is land, sometimes it's a piece of, sometimes it's an actual home. I've got just private individuals, just people like us.
They can take their physical gold or silver, and they can liquidate it into fiat currency, in a matter of just a few hours. Sometimes it takes maybe 3 or 4 days, depending on the volume.
Right.
But
Yeah, there's
then you can buy whatever it is you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when you don't
And-
think of it as gold and silver as money, it can be converted into whatever the tradable commodity is. If it's digits, it can be wired. If it
we've had folks, that have been storing, let's say, I don't know, 40, 50, 80, 100 ounces of gold forever. It was bought at $250 40 years ago, and they're bringing it to us now, and
they're
it's
just breathing a little easier.
Oh my
and
gosh,
they're
yeah.
taking their family to Disneyland.
Yeah, when you got
know?
hundreds of percentage points of increase, or thousands for that matter, they can buy a house where they weren't able to. I've got folks that are newly married that are 80 years old. They lost their spouses. They got remarried. They want to purchase a house. We've assisted. The situations are they're nameless. I mean, there's so many situations where we've been able to assist folks in our community and people that have come from other areas too as well. It's really a pretty special feeling to be able to.
Well,
to help
getting
these
away
people.
from gold and silver, tell me what other cool things do you have in your store that somebody might be interested in?
The store is
are
incredible.
There any historical items?
Yeah, I mean, we've always carried, and I've always honored the folks that serve our nation, and so we've got militaria, all kinds of interesting things in that realm.
What's your favorite item?
Oh my goodness!
That you can think of?
What we have right now, favorite item. I couldn't say right now.
I think my favorite item, it's not necessarily for sale, but is that Indian medal from the Indian.
The Indian Wars.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so the Utah legislature, I guess, actually put that item together to the people that were involved in that circumstance, that situation. They gave them this special award. And that's a pretty neat.
What's the date on it? 18 something?
Oh gosh, I don't know right offhand what it is.
Oh, okay.
But it's late 1800s. Yeah. It's a pretty neat item. But we've got stones, rocks. We've won Best of Southern Utah, for rock shop numerous years in a row. We've won Best Gold Store 6 years in a row. We continue to win, year after year, and, folks continue to honor us with their votes. And it's been a real honor to be involved in all that. But crystals, rocks, fossils, we're involved with that. Jewelry in many different forms.
Well, let's see. It's May 11th, and right now we have sterling silver, precious, semi-precious stone rings in all the sizes from about 5 to 10, maybe 10 and a half, for $20 a piece, or $2 for $15, 2 for 30, 2 for 30, or and they're just awesome.
Yeah.
Really nice selection. But then we have more expensive rings and estate jewelry. We have.
Yeah, we bring in gold jewelry pretty much almost every day. Folks are bringing items to us. By the way, that's another interesting aspect of society right now.
When you have gold jewelry,
yeah,
you have an investment there.
You do.
Even your gold-crowned teeth are worth money.
Yeah, our senior community in this area, and it's just automatic all around the world for that matter right now, they're getting tired of holding on to items, things, and they're letting it go. And in many cases, we're talking about holding on to some of this stuff for 50, 60 years, sometimes longer than that, and they just don't want it anymore. And so with the prices the way they are right now, of gold and silver, and particularly gold, it behooves them to let these items go. And some of them we hold into our store and are able to resell. Many of them, we just handle a different way. But it's a great opportunity for people. Anyone that's listening to this right now who's interested in that kind of thing, just letting you know that we purchase that type of thing
guns,
regularly.
Knives,
Yeah,
American
antique guns,
knives.
We've always done that as long as we've been here. And we'll continue to do it.
Hand-forged swords.
We have all kinds of interesting swords. We have the entire collection of Lord of the Rings
not the entire. I don't.
Well, almost everything. The entire collection of the swords that come from that. But to my knowledge, we're the only one in the area that's actually an authorized dealer for those products, and that's intriguing to a lot of folks. Plus, we carry a lot of other items from our suppliers that way, as far as knives and swords and things of that nature. Our store is very, very unique, guys. It's not just a coin or bullion store.
We have other interests.
Yeah, it's one of those stores that you really have got to come down and check out. We're at 7 North Main Street, downtown St. George.
We're interested in antique guns. We love them.
Yeah.
If you have any you want to, liquidate, come and see us.
Yeah. For some reason, it's just I imagine that folks kind of see what we have in our store, and then they start thinking about what they have at home, and the next thing you know, they're bringing it down to us or calling us up to see if we have interest. If you have unique items, and I mean really unique, not like just things that a lot of other people would have the same thing, we're probably going to want to at least hear about it. And we'll be able to tell you whether we have interest in that kind of thing. But we have a lot of fun with those kinds of things. We do have antiques in our store for sale. We also have things that you just wouldn't imagine you'd ever seen us.
Well, and if you want to come and see us, we're at 214 East Tabernacle right now. We're doing a little bit of a remodel on our main store. All the precious metals, coins, and currency are being sold out of 214 East Tabernacle. Cute little historic building, so come on over and see us.
Yeah, it really is a neat old building. It was actually the Sigmiller's original house.
Farmhouse.
It was actually built in 1870. It's really a beautiful place, and we're very proud to be the owners of that property. And it's got plenty of parking, by the way. So, that will not be an issue, which it is downtown, just a couple blocks west of us. But you'll find that you'll have your own parking place. You won't have any issues that way whatsoever.
If you have coins and currency, an estate that you've received or that you're in charge of that you need evaluations on, give us a call and make an appointment for that. We want to make sure that we set aside the appropriate time to be able to take a look at that and take care of your family's needs that way.
So thank you for showing up today, and we're excited to support you.
Signing out.
Signing out, yep.